Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. We're bringing it to you right here, not so much live, but it is kind of live. Club 19, they call it. It's the home of Bobby Weber Jr. Racing. Car number 19s. There's 19s everywhere here. And Bobby, once again, welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
Thanks, Steve.
And I will tell you, and anybody that follows you on Facebook, you've got to be the busiest guy up here in the Northeast when it comes to racing. Because not only like promoters like Tom Mayberry and Chris Michaud and, you know, the Wrens, obviously. But now you got the race teams going, and then, you know, some special stuff with us and Dream Ride Racing. But first and foremost, that track has a special place in your heart. It's year 2 without Big Bob around, and you got to be excited, not for that fact, but you made it through year 1.
Yeah, and you know, year 1 was a trying experience, and I learned a lot of things about things that Dad and I never used to agree on, because I thought I knew better than him, and I realized quickly that he was pretty smart. What he tried to teach me, it finally made its way into my head last year on a lot of things that I see that he was right about.
No, you know, he had a lot of experience, and the one thing that he really had, and it wasn't something that he bought, it's something he earned and he deserved, was the respect. That's something that I'm seeing also coming your way. I mean, these competitors now that we're all, you know, Weber Jr. this, Weber Jr. that, and this, he's spoiled, he's blah. Now they're kind of turning the corner like, man, this guy's really, you're in it for them.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm the first to admit that I used to act that way a lot. I acted like the spoiled kid a lot, and you told me, Scott Tapley told me, a bunch of people told me that, and it was coming across that way, and it was turning racers off. And a lot of the things with the race team too, you get to see things from both sides of the table now, and you can do a lot more with having the racers respect and everything. Instead of them working against you, working with you, things go a lot further.
Yeah, and 2019 is shaping up to be a phenomenal year for Star Speedway. You got the bunny race,
brawl.
The bunny race, I call it, the bunny brawl right off the bat. Pass coming in. You got Granite State. You got obviously the Star Classic, the return of the ACT Tour. Not to mention, you know, some of the special races you put on throughout the year for your weekly divisions, and now you're back a NASCAR sanctioned track. I mean, what an off season it's been for you.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think if you had asked anybody even 2 months ago, I don't think you would have thought that we'd be back with NASCAR and everything. But Michelle from Monadnock kind of cornered me at one of our 5-track meetings there, and she made me look at everything and saw what a difference it is now for what they do for the racers, and they help the racetracks a lot more and everything. And being a part of the Lee Hudson Star Alliance now, it gives the guy a real legitimate shot at getting a state or a national championship.
No, and that's been, you know, we're talking racetracks, getting along, building a unified rules package, and working schedules out so everybody's got, you know, their premier events, kind of nothing going against them. That's unheard of. That's the state of New Hampshire is doing something that is so unheard of in motorsports.
Yeah, it is, and it shows. People 5 years ago, as much as I tried to work with Lee Speedway and everything, it just never seemed to come to fruition.
Always something, yeah.
But now, myself, Norm, Jeff, Ben, Phil, Michelle, we all get along real well. We meet on Wednesdays, and like you said, we make our schedules so that if I have one of the Battle for the Belt races at Star, you know, they don't run on that date with the division that's racing. I had to move one of the mini stock races this week because I didn't want it to conflict with Monadnock's, but it's going to help every track and every division with working together. No,
absolutely. And you know, 2019's here. I think a lot of people, usually people like, let me see how it goes. But now there's people that are making changes. They're jumping on board, and they're excited to be a part of what you guys are all doing.
Yeah, it's going to, like anything, it's going to have its growing pains. You know, it's going to take a couple years for it to fully develop into what it can be, because you still have those few people, like you said, that are saying, oh, I'm going to wait back and see. But a lot of these people that all winter have said, oh, I'm not doing it, they're in their shops work, and they're getting them ready. They just, you know, they want to make it seem like like the old me. They want to act like the tough guy.
Oh, the tough guy, yeah. And that 350 Superclass, you've been a big proponent of it. You've brought them along. You've given them some great opportunities. And as far as I'm concerned, the best race I saw all season long was the race they put on at Classic Night. I think 24 of them started. They had 3 cautions for minor spins. Dave Hallowell and Jeffrey Battle put on such a race. You had a ton of money out there on the line. I mean, that's got to make you, on the inside, stand back and be proud, because you've put a lot of work into that, and the proof is in the success it's having.
It is, and they all made me proud. It's like before they were rolled onto the track, I had a meeting with just the 350 drivers, and I told them this is their time to shine. We've worked so hard to make the division what it is. Give and take goes a long way, and those guys, they battled, but they put on a show. I watched the race here, sitting at the shop sometimes, and I got to give it to little Jeffrey Battle, though. That kid, Dave Hallowell, did everything he could to not intimidate him, but to make him earn it. And little Jeffrey, though, he showed he's got what it takes. He showed he's got a Whitcomb in him. You know, it's like he's definitely his grandfather's protege.
No, how excited are you for this year? I mean, kids are older, but you know, them and Jen, they got their hands on the place. So it's a good feeling to go down there on a Saturday and the family's with you.
It is, and it's, I mean, as everybody knows, I'm trying to not step back, but I'm trying to let everybody else start to do some more things. Like I'm going to get completely away from race directing this year. Dave McGuire is going to take over. He's been with me for, years now. And he's been my sidekick when I was racing and everything, so he knows what he's doing. I have a lot of faith in him. I'll be there if he needs help, but just letting people lessen the load for me a little bit so I can kind of enjoy the work that I've done for the past few years, bringing Star back to what it is and enjoying the fruits of the labor, I guess you could say.
No, we're excited. Always a great time whenever Mainely Motorsports shows up. You guys are so hospitable to all of us, and the racing, it's one of those tracks that just generates great racing. And I don't care what class it is, what tour it is, what series, it generates great racing.
It definitely does. And the woody streets there,
them guys are sideways, bouncing off each other, feeding each other the bumper, and hard racing, not dirty racing, hard racing. We're on a quarter-mile bull ring.
You definitely have to earn it.
They're all at tech and high-fiving each other. Great job, and you were twisted up, and I let you gather it up, and those guys know how to race.
Yeah, they do. They earn it each and every Saturday night, and every class. Like you said, though, I mean, the late models last year were a great class. I mean, Charlie Rose came up and started. He was only planning on running 1 or 2 times. He ended up running the whole season, and now he's running weekly this year. Josh Hedges just texted me the other day. He's given up Seekonk. He's coming to run weekly and everything. I think we could see 20 cars in the late model class.
No, I'm excited for the year. There's a lot going on. We're going to talk more later on in the show about the ACT Tour. I mean, that coming back. It's going to be a big night for all of us and a big night for those guys. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to hear from some of the top drivers in all the Northeast. They'll be making an appearance in about a month over at Star Speedway. That's the drivers of the Pro All-Star Series. They kicked off their North season down there at Thompson Motorsports Park this weekend. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of Southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine. Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key.
Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of E-Keys for Cars of Saco. At E-Keys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars will come to you. Call E-Keys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
E-Keys, they raise the bar. E-Keys for Cars.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham. Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
We are here at Thompson Speedway for the 2019 Icebreaker. Here with Gabe Brown, coming off a solid 2018 season, Oxford champion, on the pole today. So how does it feel to, have that much success, and what's the momentum that gave you going into the 2019 season?
It feels pretty good. We had a good run at Richmond and showed what we had there and finished 5th and came into here with some momentum and wanted to have a good run. We didn't really expect to start on the pole, and Joey keeps drawing good spots for us, so we started second in the heat race and pulled off the heat win. Been kind of spoiled, though. We started outside and had the better lane, and so I'm curious to see how the start of the race goes, because we're starting on the bottom and hopefully we can hold our own.
And then everyone's goal is to obviously, come out and win the first race of the season. But besides that, what will make this what you consider a successful day here at Thompson?
Obviously not tear stuff up. We just want to get out of here in one piece and get away with a top 5, hopefully, and race with the guys that are fast.
And then lastly, who are some people to help you get to where you are, today, and family and crew that are behind you that, have been behind you this whole entire time?
Obviously my parents, they do a lot for me, and almost all my sponsors are all family or close friends that live right down the road from us, and Dale and Steph and DJ and all of them do everything they could possibly do for me, and I get a lot out of them, and all my cars are kept there, and they give me what I need, and it's paying off.
It's always good to have a good team of people behind you, so wish you the best of luck today, and we're looking forward to seeing how you do.
Thank you.
Welcome back, and we're here at Thompson for the 2019 Icebreaker. Feels a little bit different than last year. I remember last year we were all out here in winter jackets, and it was snowing, so a lot of different weather, so that'll probably make for a good day for everyone here.
Yeah, it's a nice day. Hopefully we get a good crowd turnout and put on a good show. We'll try to turn some modified fans into super late model fans, hopefully.
And then coming into today, you are the reigning past champion. So what kind of pressure does that put on you for the 2019 season to go out here today and put on a show?
No pressure, really. I mean, we want to win every week. It's we know that's not really a possibility, but that's what we go for, and it's no different this week. Going to try to break the streak of winning the championship every other year. We want to try to go back-to-back, so that's the goal, and we'll just try to win as many races as possible along the way.
So like you said, known for modified racing, that's really popular here in Connecticut. What are some of the challenges for here, in a super late model at this track, and what are some of the things that you like and some things that you find challenging about Thompson as a whole?
I like this place. It's big, it's fast. I think the sensation of speed here is greater than almost anywhere we go, even the big tracks. So it's definitely fun. It keeps you on your toes and produces pretty good racing, I think. It's a good side-by-side track. It's really one of the tougher places to pass at because you carry so much momentum. So, that's always promotes a challenge, and, hopefully we have the car to get through the field today. We didn't really get through the heat race that good, so hopefully we can do that in the future.
And lastly, there's a lot of people, to help you get to this point and get here today. So who are some of the people that you'd like to thank going into the 2019 season?
Just got to thank Precision JLM as always. They've been behind me since I started racing Pass, and been together a long time and couldn't do it without them. Brown's Auto Body, Dale Shaw Race Cars, new car for us here today. First time on the track yesterday, and it had some speed, so hopefully we can build on that. And got to thank Advanced Racing Suspension, PFC Brakes, Gamarlo's Supermarket, and all the guys that work on this thing.
Well, best of luck to you today, and we're looking forward to seeing how you do in 2019.
Thank you.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scotch Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Well, we're back here at Club 19, and anybody that saw this car at Racing Preview knows that you're putting the first foot forward when it comes to Bobby Weber Jr. Racing in 2019, and track promoter, you know, the family who does all that, and now you're the race team. I mean, that's a big part of what you do on a weekly basis.
Yeah, we I don't know what happened.
Well, I think you fell off your bike and hit your head.
Every year I say I'm getting out of racing, but honestly, I miss my dad so much that the race cars are like my way of staying connected with
Yeah,
them.
that was the exact way I was going to use that connection, you know, 'cause you guys came up through the ranks. And
so now we're up to 9 cars now that we have, and we have Brian Kruzak driving on the ACT Tour, we have Bobby Cabral running Granite State and Pass, we have Justin Bonsanor running TQ Midgets for us, we have Matt Swanson running 350 Supers for us. We got all kinds of stuff.
So that's a lot of talent in one camp. You know what I mean? You know, a Granite State champion, a Pro All-Star Series and champion from Lee, Justin, the reigning Whelen NASCAR modified champion. So when you show up at the racetrack, you're loaded for bear. You're not just there to be a part of the show. You're there to give yourself and your guys a chance to, you know, come home with a podium finish. I mean, we all like to think we're going there to win every night, but we understand the sport. But
that is the point, though.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why I'm proud that we'll be able to have Justin driving for us, to have Matt driving for us, Brian, Bobby. I mean, there's a lot of wins there. There's a lot of championships there. Every
time you roll into a racetrack and that car rolls out of the trailer, you know, anybody that's there is going to look around and see who's there and like, oh, that's one that's going to be tough to beat tonight. That one's going to be competitive. And, but, I mean, Bobby Cabral, the elder statesman of the group, you know. So you got to learn and listen to him because he's been there, done that, you know. But now it's different from when you started because these young kids, like, you know, Justin's not that old, Matt's obviously not that old, but they've been doing it forever.
It is, and it's like
you know, how old were you when you started?
17.
17. Matt Swanson's probably got what, 10 years experience by the time.
Exactly.
He's 17,
you know, it is, and John, I've been friends with John Swanson for a long time when we were talking about that, and you know, it's just I've tried to surround myself though with good people. And I mean, I'm proud of the trophy over there. You know what I mean? To be able to go to Syracuse in our first race. For the TQ, and there was 50-something cars there, and I admit I was pretty nervous the last practice. We were 47th in time the last practice, and I told Justin, I said, if you go out there for time trials and it feels the same way, just drive the thing right out the door, drive it down the highway till it runs out of fuel, and then walk home.
Yeah, we'll pick you up.
And we went out there, and my phone froze, and Ken Massa was there that owns his tour car, and I was freaking out because I thought we qualified at the bottom, and he could see me. He was laughing. He's like, no, we qualified on the pole. And I was like, that's pretty good to go from 47th to putting it on the pole, and then to win the race. And there's a lot of people that have been going to these TQ races for years and years and have never even been able to qualify, yet alone win. And to win our first ever race together.
No, that's exciting. That gives you a huge boost to start 2019.
And it is, and it's like Justin's committed already. He's driving the indoor series again for us this year, and we're adding another TQ to the fleet for him, so he'll have 2 cars at his disposal, because I want that championship. And obviously, no matter what I do, I want to win. And
no, absolutely. You got to be excited about this deal with the ACT. I mean, Chris Michaud, the Norm Wren of Vermont, so to speak. Taking over White Mountain, which is a beautiful facility. The Averys, like you and the Weber family, a family-owned operation, built it from the ground up, and now Christian's coming in over there at White Mountain, but taking over for the legendary Tom Curley. Tom and me were the only 2 guys other than Big Bob that your mother thought was wonderful.
And both those guys mean a lot to me. It's like Tom, I went to school at Norwich, so that's where I spent my Thursdays learning part of the business from Tom, you know, and Chris Michaud, he was the first ever guy I met when I raced up there at Thunder Road, and we've been friends ever since. And Chris is one of those ones I can call him any time of the day and bounce ideas off him, and he's kind of like a neutral party because he's not involved with the racing around here that much, so I can get an honest answer from him. And I mean, he even answered, he was in Mexico a couple months ago, and I called and he answered, and he's there for me. It's like I've talked to him twice this week since we got back from Richmond, and he's got some pretty cool things coming up for the ACT tour.
No, I think what he's done with that tour, taking a team like you could go anywhere and race. You get focused on that. Joey Pohl, Wayne Hellewell, bringing them back into the ACT tour. But, for you guys, taking Brian, giving him the opportunity to race for a championship, race for some prestigious events, bringing the tour back to Star, and, this sponsor. Talk about this. I mean, that's...
Yeah, Venoris Pile Driving, they've enabled me to do what I'm doing this year. It's my cousin's one of the top people at Venoris, and he brought Billy Venoris, the owner of the company, to the Classic last year, and he'd never been to his race in his life, and we happened to have the Rosenkrantz car there, which was green and yellow, which is 2 of the main colors of Venoris, and kind of half joke, and he said, why don't you send me a proposal, for maybe we can do something, put my name on your car. And being how I am, I said, I'll send it for a real high amount, and figure, maybe he can't do that, but he'll do something in the middle. And as you know, I don't answer my phone much. And finally, one day I answered my phone, and it was him. He's like, oh, wow, you're finally going to answer your phone. I've been trying to call you for 2 months. And I'm like, I laughed, like I always do. And he's like, is that thing still available for your car? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, I want to do it. And I said, well, how much do you want to do? And he said, well, just send me whatever the proposal is for. And so here it is, and that's why every car I have is Venoris green and yellow.
Well, the nice part about that, and in the perfect world, everybody gets sponsors like that, but let's face it doesn't happen. But it gives identity to Bobby Weber Jr. Racing. You know what I mean? They can look at that car and they can know that it's, part of this family. You know what I mean? And then.
But it enables us to do what I want to do, and like I say, but it gives, you have to give back to them too, like I was telling you earlier. It's like they don't want their name on just something that looks like it's been through the Halloween Howl or whatever.
I walked in here tonight, putting lettering on the car, fixing the the spots that because you never know when they show up.
Right.
They don't want to go to a race on a particular Saturday night and like, oh, that's usually what my name is.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always been that way, it's like, and people ask me, how do you get these sponsors? You have to do the things like go to your shows, and you have to participate even in like what we're doing with Dream Ride and everything, because that reflects on them too, because even though they're not really involved with it, it's what I'm doing with you for Dream Ride, but it still reflects on them because people connect the Venoris number 9 team with the Dream Ride.
Yep, no, absolutely. And we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with Bobby Weber and talk about the Dream Ride, talk about what you've done with charities over the years and continue to do. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and kicked off racing up here in the Northeast over at Thompson, and we thought we'd have a lot more, but I don't know what Louis was thinking. He was just taking the camera for a ride. I guess he held the camera. You know, he didn't really use it much to record any races or whatever, so it's early. We got to get him back reprogrammed, but it was a good time down there. Saw some good racing. I had a good time. Still got some more coming from Bobby Weber Jr. Talking about, you know, we've heard about the track. We've heard about his race team. Next, we'll talk about, you know, Dream Ride Racing and his involvement with us and what we're trying to do there. But our next big thing, and it's something now, it's become a tradition. It's our 3rd annual kickoff to the 2019 race season at Bentley Saloon on April 25th, Thursday night. They open up Friday. They give us the place the night before. They kind of use it as a training ground, and we go there and have a great time. Music, dancing, giveaway stuff, a lot of race people under one roof. And last year was your first time. You looking forward to going again?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going again. I was still back when I was really shy and first starting out last year, and I'm not like that anymore, as a lot of people know. So I feel like I'll be a little bit more involved this year, and it's a really good event. Bentley's is a great place, great supporters of the TV show. It's just a really good time for everyone to, you know, just like have a drink, have some food, just talk about the race season. Racing legends show up and, you know, kind of share their stories. And it's really cool. We give away some stuff, and it's just fun.
Yeah, and this year I'm going to change things up. You've seen us give away our bag of money.
Yeah.
And this year will be no different, but we're going to turn it into a fundraiser. We have the last few years with people making donations into the tire and then getting a chance to win. This year we're going to do similar to what we've done at Wiscasset and what we're going to do at Star Speedway. We sell the tickets. You pick the bucket you want to put it in. We're going to have some great prizes. We got the Kyle Busch it's not it's a replica helmet signed by Kyle Busch. You'll be able to win that. I think we'll have some hut passes for Loudon. Some of the strips of meat from the Wells IGA, really good of those people to always step up. Red Sox tickets, the bag of money, you know, so you'll have your chances. You can pick whatever bucket you want and try to win some pretty cool stuff. And all the proceeds from the raffle, so to speak, go to the Hometown Foundation, Dream Ride Racing Team, what we're doing. And man, we're about halfway there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we've been talking about it. Like season hasn't even really gotten rolling yet, like for the whole Dream Ride thing, and already halfway there, which is crazy. You used to think there's still, you know, how many months until the racing season's over, and we've already made that much leeway. It's really cool to see.
We set a goal of $70,000, and I think with commitments, not necessarily the actual contributions, but the commitments for the race sponsorships and things like that, we're over $40,000. Now you're going to add in our winnings, which, you know, could be anywhere from $500 on up. The nights that we go to Star and Wiscasset for our fundraisers, and any other things that we get going on. So the $70,000 that we set out to raise for Dream Ride and the Hometown Foundation, very attainable, and I think we're going to get it.
Yeah, I think we're going to get it too. And then like you said, like Bentley's, there's going to be a lot of great giveaways. And if you think about it, like so much value for, you know, just a little bit of a donation for a ticket. And if you think about it, like just thinking about like, if you think about the cost of these things, like hot passes, a couple $100 a piece.
Yeah.
And you know, it takes like a small donation, and it's like you could win something big, but also donate to a good cause. So it's kind of a win-win situation, even if you don't win.
It's a win-win. So that's Thursday, April 25th. Get going from 4:30 on till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. We have a DJ there. We tell stories. We play games. We're looking to do some stuff on the big screen, show you a little bit more about Dream Ride, what we've done with the program over the last couple of years. The car build, I think we'll play that. So it's going to be a good time. So I'm inviting you. If you're listening to this, you're hearing this, I'm inviting you to Bentley's April 25th, and look forward. Amy will be there. A lot of the Mainely Motorsports staff. We'll have some swag to give out. Good time. So mark your calendar. The 2019 kickoff to the motorsports season over here in Maine, New Hampshire, right at Bentley Saloon, 1601 Portland Road in Arundel. Any questions, reach out to me. Everybody's invited. Let's pack the place like we have the last 2 years. So we'll take a break. We come back. I'm going back down to Club 19 and finish up with Bobby Weber, and he's pretty excited about everything he's got going on this year, and he rightfully so. He's a busy man, but things are really going good for Bobby Weber personally and professionally. So I'm going to take a break. We'll be back down to Club 19.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key. Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of eKeys for Cars of Saco. At eKeys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, eKeys for Cars will come to you. Call eKeys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
eKeys, they raise the bar. eKeys for Cars.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs. We're back at Club 19. We had to take a little break. Jenny from the Hood was here, a little dancing, a little, you know, set off where she was up there, but we're all good. And now I'm back here with Bobby, and things have calmed down here. And but Dream Ride Racing. I mean, I had a dream. I've been involved with the last couple of years. I got to go down to Dream Ride and got to be involved and be around it, and I've done a small part. And this year I said I wanted to do so much more, and that gave me the idea of the Dream Ride Racing. Never in my wildest dream would I expect Bobby Weber to say, you know what, I put a lot of effort into DT100 over the last, you know, a few years. I want to continue that effort that I put out there, and jumped on board and have really been, you know, going gangbusters to help out, and I firsthand appreciate it, and it is a good feeling, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, I didn't really know what Dream Ride was, and I saw what Jake was doing up at the Augusta show, and it just kind of hit me hard. You know, it's like, because I realize how lucky I am with the two kids that I have, with Tim and Jamie, and I appreciate it every day. But to see some of the athletes that were there with Jake and everything, and you can just see when they talk to you how genuine they are, and they care. They give you a hug, and it's like it's a genuine hug. And I also, nothing against the athletes, but I feel for the parents as well, what the parents have to put into, you know, for the needs of them and everything. But I just want to do everything I can to help. In this is our, everybody knows we were doing it at Syracuse, and this is what we were able to raise at Syracuse, $4,980.
Is my $100 in there?
Yeah, no, that's we made it over the $5,000.
So we go over?
Yeah, we made it over the $5,000 mark.
That's awesome. And like I said, I set out with a goal of $70,000. All our race win-ins, the sponsorships that we're selling. One of the first guys to not only do all the stuff you're doing, you stepped up. You're the title sponsor, I think, at Hudson.
Yep.
And matter of fact, I'm calling Ben this week, and I'm going to make him be the title sponsor at Star.
Yep.
So, and you stepped up with a bronze thing, so you've been just doing it. But like you said, and when I went that first night, and you know, I've seen the Special Olympics and I've heard about it, but it didn't click on me until, you know, I asked them, bring me 12 athletes, and they did. So help me present the trophies. Now I'm expecting 6-year-old kids, 7-year-old kids, you know. The youngest one was 20-something years old. There was somebody in their 50s. There was somebody, and to listen what they do, they walk, they run, they throw the discus or something, you know, and it's like, and they're loving to just tell you that story about what they do. And then, like you said, up at Augusta, to put that, you know, I remember one of the kids, Jake, said, are you ready to go to work? And the girl pulls a wrench. Told my dad I needed a wrench, you know. And one of the things that you touched on, and you know, we're watching the athletes and we're watching them, and I go over and I'd watch, and I went over one time and I stood back and watching, and then I looked over at the parents, and the mother had tears running down because there was her son. You know, he was probably in his early 20s, you know, in there doing something that our kids take for granted.
Right.
Timmy could come over here, you know, any day he wants and get in the fender well and help do this and all that. These guys don't have those opportunities, and you know, to be a part of that, and then what we do at the racetracks, and then to bring the athletes, and you know, June 29th, the Dream Ride 150, the Actor rolls into town. We'll be there, you know, using it as a fundraising effort, similar to what we've done at Wiscasset, being involved with Victory Lane and having the athletes involved, and they are just, they'll be the happiest people there. The only other people that might be a little happier is the ones that's winning.
Yeah, we know Kyle will be the one that Kyle was with us at Portland. Darryl brought him down, because we had told him, we said, if you come to the Dream Ride 150, we'll go and watch you participate in the Special Olympics. So, and his mother said he didn't take we gave him a Venoris racing shirt and everything. He said he didn't take it off for a week. He was so happy and excited. And
this is new to them. This is, you know what I mean? And I met Kyle at the same show and told him, make sure that night you're there. We want you to be a part of it. And it is. And it, you know, like you said, my eyes have been opened. Your eyes have been opened. And just your eyes are going to be open. People's eyes are open because they just know like we are.
Oh, yeah. No, they're better than we are, actually.
No,
they're more
absolutely.
genuine. You know,
because, to us, the slightest thing set us off and we think we're having a bad day and something's not right.
They have no judgment.
And I can't thank you enough. I'm so excited. It's been a pleasure watching you get on Facebook and everybody jump on board.
We're going to do it again at the Dream Ride race. We're going to, not just because it's my track, but I mean, Brian should be good there. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're going to be running the car there, and it's one of their summer showdown series races, so it's $5,000 to win. And if Brian can win it, I'll give the whole $5,000 to Dream Ride. So
hey, this thing's loaded for bear.
Yeah, I mean, so if someone, I'd like it if we can do it again. Some companies come on and match it with us, and I mean, it'd be nice if we could get somebody to match it and give $10,000. I mean, Brian should have a legitimate shot.
And Bobby, if there's anybody that can find somebody, it's you.
We're going to get the ACT teams involved too. Chris and I have been talking about it a little bit. We want to get each team that comes and races to run a sticker, put in, even if every team puts in $50. I mean, if there's 30 cars, there's another $1,500. So
yeah, no, and I got some great ideas because it's, like I said, I didn't know what to expect. It was a fluke that brought me together, and I'd been looking. Obviously, I couldn't get in the D2 because I couldn't even fit in a damn go-kart. So, and I was going to look like, people would be saying, "Do you know that you were on that track and there was a go-kart sticking out of your ass?"
You did race a go-kart some way, didn't you?
Yeah, it looked like great big. But so I'd been looking for that charity to involve myself with, and it was a fluke that brought me together with Bazzuto's and Ray Jacques and the Special Olympics. But I was, from the get-go, I'm like, this is it. Watching their faces and them talking racing with you, and them being involved in Victory Lane, and I tease them all the time. I'm like, you guys are the luckiest guys here. What do you mean? I said, you're in Victory Lane, you're taking home a trophy, and you got interviewed. It didn't cost you a dime. You probably got a free ticket to get in. This poor guy, he spent a lot of money to get here, but no, it's good. I can't thank you enough. Your family, because I know they believe in it just like you. Your teams, you know what I mean? They've been a part of it. You raised money at both shows. It's phenomenal. And like I said,
when's this show going to be on? Supposed to be on before Oxford?
The weekend.
Oxford's next weekend. So it's going to be on this Thursday?
It'll be on next weekend.
So before Oxford?
Yep.
Then. All right, so if we all know Brian's a madman at Oxford.
Oh, yeah.
And he likes the 7th groove there. So if somebody will step up, because we should be able to be real close at Oxford too. If he can win at Oxford, I'll do the same thing. It's $3,000 to win at Oxford. I'll give the money.
Jesus. Come on, Brian. So no, Bobby, that's like I said. It's knowing that it happened there.
Right.
And Justin backed it up.
But even Justin, it's like Justin explained to him what we were doing, and Justin took $500 out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
And because he said, if you're doing it, I believe in what you're doing.
Yeah. So no, just the fact that you're putting given the opportunity, and this is America, and that's all anybody wants is the opportunity, and that's what you're doing. You're putting the opportunity out there to pad the Dream Ride racing program and the Special Olympics and all that. And like I said, I can't thank you enough, Bob. And looking forward to this summer. I know everybody's looking forward. I mean, Star Speedway. I mean, what's the website?
StarSpeedwayNewHampshire.com.
Yeah, it's going to be a great year.
It is. I'm looking forward to it. I really am, and it's going to be good.
Awesome. I'm out of here. Club 19. It's a place to be down here, and I don't know where we are. Probably Bigfoot out there, but I'm going to find wherever Jenny from the Hood is, because that's the place to finish the night. All right, we'll see you when we come back from a commercial break.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling, to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 feature divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nelcar Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Well, as we wrap up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, next week's a big week when it comes to stock car racing in New England and North Carolina. And we'll start off with the Pro All-Star Series. A lot of the stars that we used to seeing around the short track at Oxford Plains and White Mountain and Thunder Road and some of these other tracks going to be making the trek to Hickory, North Carolina to try to put their name on that winner's trophy for the Easter Bunny. A little unique this year because those Southern races are only part of the national championship. You know, there is no Southern Tour. So guys like Ben Rowe have won it. I know Derek Griffith, guys like that, Garrett Hall, these guys, they want to win. You know, they want to start the year off and get a win before. I mean, I know Thompson already started, but really traditionally, Oxford is the first place that kind of sets the tone for how your season's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I think it was really cool. I actually got the opportunity to go down to Richmond, seeing some of these Southern guys that you only really get to see once a year at maybe like the Oxford 250 up here. So it'll be a really good event. Wyatt Alexander's going to be racing there too. And he just announced today that they're taking the late model up to Wiscasset this season for Coastal 200 too. So that'll be cool kind of seeing him down there and up here this summer too. I know we've talked about him a lot. Has that partnership now with Valvoline, which is going to do great things for that team. So yeah, but like you said, Oxford, a little bit of weather issues that kind of pushed it back a couple weeks. But once they get rolling, it's going to be rolling.
It's going to be rolling. The Bunny Brawl over at Star Speedway, and something that Bobby Weber and his staff come up with a few years ago. Going to be fun. You know, April 20th, they kick off, you know, their season over there, and they got a lot going on. And like you heard me talking to them earlier in the show, the Pro All-Star Series, the ISMA Super Modifieds, the ACT, you know, with the Dream Ride 150, the Granite State Pro Stock Series. So there's a lot happening over there at Star Speedway. And then right in our backyard, Wiscasset kicks off. Big year at Wiscasset. You know, some of the highlight events, the Coastal 200, the Boss Hog 150, the Smack 350 Super Modifieds back, all the divisions, the Flex, the Group A, Group B, and the announcement of the inaugural class in the Wiscasset Hall of Fame as they're starting their own Hall of Fame. So pretty going to be a big thing, big season over there at Wiscasset. Look forward to getting Ken Minot on over here the next couple of weeks and talk about some of the things, any improvements they've done, and just talk about what they got going on this year.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never been to the Bunny Brawl. Kind of want to go. I've been to the Howler, and I know there's some races that are kind of like that. So, and I never got to go to the Star last season, which I was disappointed about. So it would be definitely a great kickoff to the season. Like you said with Wiscasset last season, they made a lot of changes to the track, moving in a positive direction. A lot of exciting things coming up. It's an anniversary season for them too, and I love that track. The staff there is great. They put on great events, so it'll be cool seeing how the season plays out there.
No, absolutely. So 2 great tracks. You got your choice of where you want to go. You want to go to Star and kick your season off there. You want to go to Wiscasset before your regular home track gets going, and whether it's Beach Ridge, Speedway 95. I know they got their mall show up there in the Bangor Mall. I mean, Lee USA Speedway, they're still about a month away from starting up. Speedway 51, White Mountain Motorsports Park. I mean, it's the season's here, so this is the time of year I encourage you to pick a track that you've never been to and check it out. Take it in a race. Support local short track racing. Support the people that support short track racing. Support the people that support us. You know, keeps us on the air, keeps Amy writing, and it's just, I'm really looking forward to 2019.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to do what we have been doing. You know, going to Richmond and doing updates for the fans that aren't able to be there. Did that at Thompson too. I know that the fans of the show are liking that, so I'm excited to do some of that too. Gives me something to do when I'm like done writing and waiting for another race to start. So I always like to stay busy. So I'm really excited. We kind of have some things in the works that we have ideas for this season. So it's going to be really exciting.
And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of people Saturday night up there at the Augusta Civic Center for the Maine Vintage Race Car Association Hall of Fame induction, class of 2019, headlined by Ricky Craven.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Like you said, he's the name that people think of when I think of Maine racing, and now he's finally getting his spot there in the Hall of Fame, and it's going to be great to hear his stories about Maine racing and just all the other inductees, Dick Fowler, who I've come to know, and it's just going to be a really great night.
No, absolutely. So we'll talk about that on next week's episode. We hope you all enjoyed this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports. And for Amy, I'm Steve. Finally back in my seat, because the last few times I've been on here, it's been all Amy. But we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports.